Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic is quadratic equation. We are going to start it with the definition. An equation which contains the square of unknown quantity. So the standard form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where the constraint is a must not be equal to 0 and the x is the variable in the equation and a, b, c are constants. So now we are going to study three different methods while utilizing any of the method to get the solution of the given quadratic equation. The first one is the factorization. Second one is the completing square. And the third one is the quadratic formula. First of all, we check the equation whether we can factorize it or not. If that equation falls in the criteria of the factorization, then we go with the factorization method. If that flops, then we opt any one of the remaining two methods, whether we go with the completing square or quadratic formula is applied on that quadratic equation to get the solution of the quadratic equation. So while using any of the method to get the values of the quadratic equation, we call them the values as roots of the quadratic equation. As we know, each and every topic of mathematics has its practical application in daily life. So quadratic equation also plays a vital role in our daily life. So let us check few examples. In daily life, while utilizing quadratic equation, we can get the solution of the quadratic equation. We can find the area of any substance or any figure while utilizing the quadratic equation. Also, we can use the quadratic equation to find the solution to different problems in the kinematics. We can get the speed, time or distance while utilizing the quadratic equation. Now we are going to take an example from the daily life. If length of a rectangular room is 4 feet more than its breadth, if the area of the rectangular room is 45 square feet, find its length and breadth. Now we are going to start the solution of the given problem. First of all, we have to assume let breadth of the rectangular room is x feet and the length is x plus 4 feet and the area is given, that is 45 square feet. Now we are going to write a formula for area, that is length into breadth is equal to the area. So the length is x plus 4 and the breadth is x and the area is given over there, that is 45. So x is multiplied with that x and the 4 is also multiplied with that x. So this bracket means we have to multiply this x outside of the bracket with these two values. So x times x is x square and 4 times x is 4x. And we shift that 45 from the right side to the left side, that would be 0 on the right side. So x square plus 4x minus 45 equal to 0. So we can check that equation, which might be quite similar to this equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Here the a is 1 as a coefficient of x square and b is plus 4 and the c is minus 45. First of all, we are going to check whether the factorization is applicable or not. So we multiply the leading coefficient of the equation, that is the coefficient of x square, with sign with the last constant value. We get minus 45 and we are going to check two factors whose product might be 45 and their difference would be 4, and that is 9 times 5. So 9 times 5 is 45 and 9 minus 5 is 4. Now we can break the middle term while writing 9x and 5x. You can check 9 minus 5 is 4 and 9 times 5 is the product of extreme two terms. So now we can take common in first two terms and the last two terms. X is common over here, x plus 9 is left, and minus 5 is common, and x plus 9 is left. Once we take that negative sign out of the bracket, then we change the sign in the bracket. So x plus 9 and x plus 9 are the common factors, and the non-common factors are written in one bracket. So x plus 9 must be equal to 0 and x minus 5 must be equal to 0. So either x plus 9 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. Here we get that x equal to minus 9, and this value will be neglected. The reason we are dealing with the length and breadth, both are the values for the any dimension, and that must be positive value. Here we are getting negative value, we have to neglect it, and we are going for the next value, and that would be 5, and we are going to opt this value. So we took that x as breadth, so therefore breadth is equal to x, and that is 5 feet, and length was x plus 4, and that would be x value is 5 plus 4, and that would be 9 feet. So we got the solution to the problem while utilizing a quadratic equation. Now we are going to study how to get a quadratic equation. If you are given with the roots, let roots of the equation equal to 4 and 5. We are asked to calculate the equation whose roots are 4 and 5. Now we are going to add them and we are going to multiply them. So sum of roots is 4 plus 5, so we will get 9. And the products of root, and that is 4 times 5, that is 20. So we got two values. So we have the sum of roots is 9 and the products of root is 20. And we would have the required equation x square minus s of x plus p equal to 0. So while substituting these values, so we got a quadratic equation whose roots must be 4 and 5. Once we factorize or go with any quadratic or completing square method, so we will get two values for x. Those will be 4 and 5. So we got a method to get the equation whose roots are given.